Today I will show you how to create a free blog website hosted on GitHub. Here I am logged into my GitHub account. It's really simple and easy to host a blog site free for lifetime. Here I am following a complete guide provided by GitHub to host your website files on GitHub pages. I will go through each step and teach you how you can create a free site and get better results than WordPress without paying a single penny. Here is an important thing to keep in mind that our hosted site will be static, not PHP or other sites, because GitHub Pages doesn't support server-side code, which means we need some static CMS like Publii, which I will discuss later in the video to create a blog site, and it's really easy. Let's start. I will go to my GitHub homepage and click on the New button to create a new repo. Select your owner's account and create a name for your repo. Make sure it's your username, then github.io, and if you like, add description and README if you want. I'm just going to skip that and create a new repo. Here you will see instructions to set up your repo. If you are first to GitHub, make sure to install Git and set up SSH or your GitHub token to push changes or log in your GitHub on Git. Here I have my setup SSH. In my case, I will create a folder that contains my HTML file of the website. In VS Code, I will create an index.html file as my test site and paste my website code in it and save it. I opened my file locally and it works locally. Now I will initialize that repo by the command provided by GitHub, and now I will add my remote origin that will be different in your case. And then I will add my branch, which is main here. Now commit changes via CLI, or in my case through VS Code, and push changes. After that, refresh the repo URL and you will see your file there. Now go to Settings and you will see your site URL. If not, wait for a bit and refresh again, it will be there. Now visit the site and you will see your site hosted. It's a static site, which means there's only code on the user side, no server-side code. If you have a custom domain, you can add that here. For my case, it's test.example.com. And click Save. Now you have to add a CNAME record for that domain for your custom domain to work. Go to your domain provider. Here in my case it's Cloudflare, and in the DNS section I will add a CNAME record. Name will be test, and target will be your old URL without HTTPS. In my case that was my username.github.io. I will add that in the CNAME record. I will keep proxy off for now. It's a topic of another video. Click Save, and go to your GitHub repository settings and refresh, and now wait for DNS check to succeed. It's successful, but wait for SSL certs to be generated. After SSL generates, enable Enforce HTTPS. Now visit your site, and you will see your site now live on your custom domain.
And you can see your site has a free SSL cert. Now back to publishing blogs. Here I use Publii CMS that is easy to use and easily integrates with GitHub pages. Publii also provides a complete guide on how to do it and has an awesome community if you got any issue. Here you can see my personal blog hosted on Azure and is managed by Publii. You can host that on GitHub pages. In Google PageSpeed Insights, you can see how SEO friendly that is. Also, the same on our newly hosted site that is not managed by Publii also has great scores, which means it can be the best alternative for your WordPress in just the cost of domain and without paying a penny for hosting. Static sites have their own perks, but as for me, using it for 2 years, I never felt any difference from using a static site. They load faster, but it's static, so can't do many dynamic functions that require dynamic codes. But for a blog, it's perfect.
That's all for today's tutorial on creating a free blog website hosted on GitHub pages using Publii CMS. You've seen how simple it is to set up a static site that's fast, SEO friendly, and costs nothing but a domain. No more hefty WordPress hosting fees. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more tech tips, and drop a comment with your questions. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.